There we go. What's going on, everybody? This is Itoro, digital manager editor with the Atlanta Voice. And you may have seen the news. We got Symone and Dylan Matthews with me. You know what I'm saying? And you may have seen the news just now. Earl Thomas is being released by the Baltimore Ravens. Got into a fight with Chuck Clark the other day. Um, Harbaugh was not having it. He had a meeting with the rest of the leaders on the squad, and they all looked at him and was like, "Yeah, Earl is good, but we don't need that energy right now. We got a silver trophy to get, you know what I'm saying, before it's time to pay Lamar what he's worth." And you know what I'm saying, like as a Ravens fan, I don't know how y'all feel, but DaCosta, Eric DaCosta, run EDC. Shout out to him, the GM. He took over Ozzie Newsome. He is not playing them. He's not playing the radio with these fools, man. Like, and we as Ravens fans, we are here for it because you know what I'm saying, we got to get Lamar a ring. This whole beef that the media wants to put out here, talking about, well, Mahomes is better than Lamar. I get that. I get that. I get that. Mahomes got his ring. Shout out to him. But at the same time, we got our own issues, and we gotta go get up. We gotta go get. We gotta go get what's ours. And as far as Earl is concerned, when Derrick Henry stiffed on him twice in the playoff game, that's when I knew things weren't the same no more. And you know, Earl was on the downside of his career, and then the situation in Austin with his wife and his brother, and like you know they clown him about that.
Yeah.
You know they clown him about that.
They was on him in the locker room.
I'm telling you, like you can't, like you gotta face that. Like
exactly.
your whole
they talking about Earl, like how you get held at gunpoint by your wife, dog.
Right.
Like,
he literally, I mean, like you know, like you gotta address that. No matter how you feel, no matter how you feel about the situation or what you think about it, or you don't want to address it, you're gonna have to address it. Real talk. So shout out to Eric DaCosta and shout out to Harbs for like doing what's right, because Earl's a great player. Don't get me wrong, Earl's a great player, but did y'all see the tweet they put out?
Which one?
Which one?
The Ravens put out a tweet that reads like this. It says, "We have terminated safety Earl Thomas's contract for personal conduct that has adversely affected the Baltimore Ravens." Which means,
is he getting his guaranteed money? Are they going through that loophole?
They might go after his guaranteed money.
Yeah, because if they saying this conduct, like, you know, if it's kind of like conduct detriment to the team, or like you said, adversely, you know, towards the team, then they could go after your guaranteed money if it's a reason of that nature. So yeah, they might try to snatch all his coins away.
That's true. And the Ravens, and Earl was owed $10 million by the Ravens this year. He got paid $22 million last year. But here's the tea in the room, as they say. The Cowboys might be coming in for him once the situation works out. How do y'all feel about that?
Like we was talking about it earlier. I mean, obviously I'm gonna be pissed, but the realist in me, like, okay, they just lost. Okay, Cowboys defense was, you know what I mean. They lost Byron Jones. You know, they get Trayvon Diggs. You know, a lot of potential, but of course he's still a rookie. They get Everson and Gerald McCoy, and they get both of those guys in free agency. Of course, Everson, you know, right before the season start. But losing Gerald McCoy, obviously their defensive line is going down. You know, whether they want to say, of course, like he's not the most valuable D lineman, but he was very valuable for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't mean nothing for our D line, but for their D line, it was like a huge blessing. So the fact that they, you know, their D line took a hit, I wouldn't be super mad, if their secondary gets another boost because it kind of balances out. Like, so the defense kind of stay the same, in my opinion. If they do get, of course, I don't want them to get Earl Thomas, but if they do, the fact that their D line took a hit, I'm like, okay, at least they're not well-rounded of a defense.
That's true. That's true.
For me, for Earl Thomas, I'm not really scared of Earl Thomas. He was what he was in Seattle. The Falcons, I'm a Falcons fan. So we beat Seattle, in their Legion of Boom days. We took them down while Earl was there. So Earl don't really scare me all that much anyway. So, I'm straight. If he comes to the Cowboys, we'll hand him an L in week 2. That's fine. Like I said, like you said, he's on the downside of career. Derrick Henry stiff-armed him into a new uniform. So I ain't worried about Earl Thomas like that. He's still a good player, still somebody you kind of got a game plan for a little bit, but I don't think he's a game breaker like he was back in his Legion of Boom days.
Now, I do see a fit for him on the Eagles, though, because obviously he's not Legion of Boom Earl Thomas, but he still is a veteran safety who's very productive.
Right.
And we're missing veteran safety right now. We lost Malcolm Jenkins, and we never fill that void. We got Jalen Mills, who's still, he's veteran-ish, but he's still young, and he's moving positions. He's not a veteran in the safety position. He's a veteran as a defensive back, but this is going to be his first year at safety. We got Will Parks coming over. First year with the Eagles, so not really a veteran, and he's young as well. Kavon Wallace, brand new to the league. So we got 3 fresh guys to our Eagles safety position. So we could use a veteran presence like Earl Thomas. We've been saying before, like even flirting with the idea of, from the Panthers.
Eric Reed.
Yeah, we were flirting with Eric Reed because he was the best of the best on the boards, but now Earl Thomas is hitting the boards. Earl Thomas is looking like a lock, I feel like, in Philly, because we're talking about Kavon Wallace getting starts. He was a 4th-round pick for us. We're talking about him getting starts now.
Yikes.
Yeah, like our safety position is really lacking at the moment. So we definitely need a veteran in that position.
That's true. Earl went on Instagram. Yeah, he posted a note on Instagram at 12:47 p.m. Eastern time. The timestamp is here. I didn't screenshot that. He did. He says he appreciates the Ravens organization for the opportunity. Had a great run. It was one season.
Right.
Great run. It's one season. Wish things could have ended different, but you live and you learn. Thank you, Eric DeCosta, and everyone else who played a role in bringing me to be more. Wish you guys the best. The interesting thing about all of that is indeed Ian Rappaport from the NFL Network did say that they plan on coming after his money. Trying to pull I had the tweet pulled up, but the tweet is something else. Here we go. So they're going to come after his $10 million from this year. Baltimore will send a letter stripping him of all his contract guarantees. The Players Association will file a grievance on his behalf, and the legal battle over his money could take months.
Dang.
See.
Ooh, that's gonna be troublesome because that could also hurt Earl Thomas too, because obviously you want to get your money, but is the team gonna want that whole distraction? Because while that's a distraction for you, you trying to secure your coins that you were guaranteed originally, and now you got that on your mind while you trying to get on somebody's roster. So to me, that kind of brings the question: is anybody really gonna want to pick up Earl Thomas with all this drama going on? So that's one thing that could hurt Earl Thomas, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Because you in this era of COVID-19, limited fans, limited revenue, do you really? I could see Earl Thomas being like a mid-season pickup for some team
for sure.
On the cheap who has designs for a Super Bowl run, or has designs on a deep playoff run. But I don't see Earl getting picked up anytime soon. Not before Labor Day. Not before Labor Day, not before the season. This is just
really? You don't think he's picked up by somebody before the season?
This is you talking about, for the exception of Jerry Jones, all these GMs are averse to distractions. Any extra media attention, they not playing those games.
Even now, though, in COVID, with all these opt outs and stuff going on,
Man, I could think. I think he get picked up. I could see even just guys just popping in my head. I could see like a team like the Washington football team picking him up. Ron Rivera taking a chance on Earl Thomas. I could see that. I'm even gonna say for the Falcons. I think the Falcons, even though they are kind of adverse and they kind of push away from distractions, Keanu Neal has not been the healthiest. Obviously, he's had 2 seasons in a row where he's had season-ending injuries. If Keanu Neal or one of those safeties go down again, I could see us trying to pick up Earl Thomas. I mean, he's familiar with Dan Quinn, obviously.
It's true.
Got that Super Bowl victory with Dan Quinn. So I could easily see that happening if, one of our guys goes down. I think with Rico Allen and Keanu Neal, even Devontae KZ healthy now, we're kind of full at the safety position. So I wouldn't see it happening now if our guys stay healthy. But if we have one of those guys go down, I could definitely see that.
I can see him as well, because I don't know how much they listen to the fans, but the fans been waiting for us to get somebody. Of course, we wanted a Jadeveon, we wanted an Everson. Okay, we were real with ourselves. That's not, it's a flashy. It would be fun to have them, but it wasn't really a need for us to get them.
Right.
But getting what's his name, Earl Thomas, is really a necessity. Like I said, I broke down our safety position. Our safety position is really lacking at the moment. Like Jalen Mills, he can't even stay healthy himself. He spent most of last season hurt. Now he's in a brand new position. Of course, it's a little more easier position, as some people want to say, coming from the position he was in. But we lost Malcolm Jenkins. Like, that's huge for us. That position, like the safety position Malcolm was in, he really ran our whole defense, like through his position. Like his presence, he would let them guys know, move.
His leadership cannot
through the roof. Exactly. And Jalen Mills, no shade, but he's never really showed. He's not even guaranteed to be having his spot. He's fighting with Will Parks, who we got from Denver, who's never played with the Eagles before, who's barely played with Denver. They're both fighting in training camp right now for their position. So how are we going to say we have a leader? Y'all don't even know who started at this point.
Y'all don't even know the depth chart.
We don't even know the depth chart. We got three guys who hasn't been in this position before. What is we doing, Eagles? We need to this is our redemption. We let the Cowboys snatch Everson. They're filling needs. We got to fill our needs. Like, come on now. And don't forget, Everson had his issues as well. Remember, he had his mental health episodes. People didn't know exactly what he had going on. The Cowboys took a chance with him. So,
that's true.
What's up, Earl?
It's true. As the world turns, as we figure out what Earl is going to do and how this whole situation will play out, keep it locked on the Atlanta Voice.
Right.
Follow the Atlanta Voice on all social media platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Also the website at theatlantavoice.com. The Falcons. Dylan, you a Falcons fan?
Yes, sir.
Get him started.
No, go ahead and get me started, Tor. Go ahead and bring it up. What you gonna say? I got you. Go ahead and do it. I'm ready.
I just wanna ask you, what is your first of all, what is your outlook on the new season? Todd Gurley's got the Prove It deal, 1 year, $5.5 million. The Falcons released a videotape yesterday morning of AJ Terrell guarding Julio.
I love to see it.
I personally love to see it because on my MacBook, I got the picture of Jamar Chase burning AJ Terrell in the national championship game. And it's kind of like, I know AJ is a real good player, Westlake High School. Shout out to Westlake High School.
Thanks.
But I just want to know, like, how you feel about the Falcons heading into this season.
I feel great. Look, Tor, I'm gonna keep it real with you. We're gonna win the NFC South. People sleep on us. I mean, I'm about to lay it all out for you.
So how yes. You say y'all gonna win the NFC South? Okay, you've made your case for it. Okay, the Falcons. Dante Fowler Jr. We've heard that a billion times. But
I said more than that. But go ahead.
But what you haven't explained is how the Saints are going to lose.
Easy. The Saints don't necessarily have to lose. We get them twice. Those games will count towards us being over the Saints. We beat them twice, or we split with them, and we have a better record. Then it'll be fine.
Then what about Tampa Bay?
So, Toro, who you have winning NFC South?
Come on now, Toro.
The winner of the NFC South probably gonna be 11-5.
You know who you work for, Toro.
Come on now.
11-5. I personally want to see. It's great for business if the Falcons win the NFC South and host a playoff game. However, I want to see that defense come together. If the defense comes together and they can get pass rush, Takk McKinley steps up, somebody helps out Grady in the interior. If Dante Fowler Jr. does what he's supposed to do, then I feel like, yeah, the Falcons can definitely challenge the Saints in Tampa Bay.
Challenge. He didn't say
but because I feel like this. Whoever wins the NFC South this year has a damn good chance of making to the Super Bowl.
That's facts.
That's true.
Like it's the toughest division in the NFC.
For sure.
So whoever comes out is gonna be battle tested.
Mm-hmm. So I feel about it this way. The Falcons do have a lot of ifs. Our backfield is our hugest if. But I feel like the Falcons are handling everything right. And I mean this when I say that. They're doing the right thing by putting A.J. Terrell on Julio Jones every day in training camp. He needs to go up against Julio every day because this guy's expected to start. He's expected to be the at least number 2, if not number 1 corner. So with that being said, he needs to be on the best wide receiver, which he's going up against every single day. So that he's got good practice there. He's learning from guys like Kendall Sheffield, even though Kendall Sheffield's coming in his second year. He had a good rookie campaign, learning from Isaiah Oliver coming into his third year, and learning from guys like DeMonte KZ, Ricardo Allen. So Keanu Neal, even though he's been hurt, he still has some experience. So he's learning from guys in the backfield who've been there before and can help him along the way. And then also, again, most importantly, he's getting those reps against Julio. Also, number 2, our pass rush. Even though, yes, it's a big question whether it come along or not. We got 2. We got a guy who's on a prove it deal himself in Takk McKinley. They didn't pick the Falcons to pick up his 5th-year option. So we have to prove whether he's mad at the Falcons or he wants to prove the Falcons right and stay with the Falcons. He's trying to secure his bag either way. So Takk McKinley is on a mission this year. So that defense is going to come around. Dante Fowler Jr. led the Rams in sacks, and the Rams don't have the pushover defensive line. Obviously, got Aaron Donald, things like that. He led the Rams in sacks last year, so that should help a lot. He can at least get 8 like Vic Beasley did last year. So, and I think we got Grady as well. They've already said the Falcons have Marlon Davidson is going to be an inside and out guy. So that's
about him. Marlon was a beast at Auburn. Let's be real.
And that energy that he's bringing to and that energy, I just feel like the energy he's bringing to Atlanta and how he speaks and listen to Marlon talk, I think he's going to help us out a lot this year. I think he'll start alongside Grady. He'll be able to be moved to the outside. So I feel like we got a good defensive line rotation going. And to be honest, I just have a good gut feeling. I feel like the Falcons are handling all their situations right this year. They're handling the defensive line right. Dan Quinn finally realized, hey, I can't be D coordinator and head coach at the same time. And when he relinquished that to Raheem Morris, they went 6-2 down the stretch. Defense
turned up
a lot better. The Falcons have momentum going into this season. We beat the Saints at home, so we can take on the Saints. We beat the Saints last year, and everybody thought we were blessed, and we beat the Saints at home. We beat the 49ers at home. We were battle-tested last year. We did what we had to do. We didn't give up. So, and then also on offense, Todd Gurley's on a prove-it year. Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst is a secret gem that we got, a former first-round pick that nobody really is talking that much about. He will be able to do everything Austin Hooper has done and did in Atlanta and more. I feel like he's more athletic. I feel like he's a better receiver than Austin Hooper was. He'll be able to find holes. If Matt Ryan will be able to find Hayden Hurst the same way he found Austin Hooper. Hayden Hurst will find those same holes that Austin Hooper did, and he'll be fine. So the offense will be going. Todd Gurley's going to prove a year. He's going to run like a man on a mission. We'll be good. We'll be good, man. Man, I'm telling y'all, we win the NFC South. people are finally starting to wake up on the Falcons. I've heard, bits and pieces there that the Falcons are everybody's dark horse team. Well, all right, y'all, people starting to wake up a little bit. I'm telling y'all going.
I'm not sleeping.
The alarm clock about to go off. The alarm clock about to ring.
I told you, don't get him started.
Oh man, Giovanni says the NFC West will be tough, so as the NFC South from a Niners fan.
Yeah,
it is true.
That is true.
That is true. Because the Rams, Seattle,
Cardinals
are stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals got D-Hop now. Like,
that's crazy to see Kyler Murray with a weapon like D-Hop, like seeing what he's gonna do. Because I feel like, we haven't really heard, everybody's drinking Lamar, everybody's drinking Patrick Mahomes. I feel like Kyler kind of like, y'all, what about me?
Yeah, and Kyler didn't have a bad rookie year either. Yeah, he didn't have a bad rookie.
Balled last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he still got old reliable there in Larry Fitzgerald. So
old reliable.
Larry Fitz got more tackles than drops.
That's crazy.
Like,
crazy.
What are you talking about? Like, the man is just leadership personified. Like, that's just the Cardinals might want to watch those games because those games are always entertaining, like no matter what. Like NFL Sunday ticket games, like the Cardinals this year, like that's the one team like you always want to look at on the Red Zone channel, like straight up. So I think on that note, guys, I think we're gonna leave it here. But shout out to Dylan and Symone for jumping on short notice. Had to grab my beanie out the closet because it's the dead of summer right now. You don't see this thing until at least October, but with the news that broke today, I just had to. But yeah, keep in touch, keep following us. You know what I'm saying? The Atlanta Voice on all platforms. Also that website, theatlantavoice.com, and also on LinkedIn. You're gonna have some professionals on there too that can speak to some issues in greater detail. Just keep it locked over here.
So Tori, your Ravens gonna be okay at safety? Now?
I think we might have a Tony Jefferson reunion. I think we might be looking at Eric Reed. He would be a good fit, but I also feel as though we can't have. I don't think we're in a position to just bring in just a young guy. I think we have to have like somebody who's got some years of experience, some solid, productive years of experience that we can get on the cheap. Just come in, learn the system, go out there, ball, low maintenance. Like, I think that's probably the route that DeCosta is gonna go.
Yeah.
But as far as like splashy signing, I don't see that. Earl was
really.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely don't need it. Like you said, you just gotta need to come in there, be productive. Man, he gotta do nothing special. He just gotta be competent.
Can't be buns.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I just had to check because like you said, y'all gotta get that ring before y'all gotta pay Lamar that money. Y'all gotta be on that Patrick Mahomes formula. Get him.
Oh, listen. And that's why I applaud the decision of letting Earl go now before there was any problems spilled into the season. Because
that is facts.
Let any of these issues, like Chuck Clark been there forever. But at the same time, like, let anything happen during the season, it's a dub. Like, forget it. Like, all those egos, like, bruh, nah. And you just got here. Like, that's the thing. Like, Earl, you
don't know us like that.
Right, exactly.
Right.
You ain't big trust, not yet.
Like, you're not there yet. Like, nah, So on that note, we're gonna leave it here, like, for real. Shout to everybody for tuning in. Shout to everybody getting in the comments. Appreciate all y'all for following us on the Atlanta Voice. And if there's any breaking news,
we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
On it.
I feel like within the next 3 days.